obviously, we need a new approach. Because if infrastructures are too complex and are too costly, right? And we do spend over 70%, well over 70% of our dollars maintaining the old to transform society, to great business benefit, to get individual benefit and enjoyment. We need a new approach. Enter the cloud. This is the new approach. A little dry. So, one of the benefits, maybe the only benefit, I've been in this industry since 1970. So that's a little bit over 40 years, or just about 40 years. It's actually 40 years and 3 months, but who's counting? And I've seen this information emerge in waves. And obviously when I started, everything was a mainframe, right? That was all there was. And you saw that IBM and what they called a bunch of other companies, Burroughs, Univac, NCR, Control Data, Honeywell, were the players in that era. Then we had the mini-computer wave, which actually started right here in Massachusetts on Route 128, not far from here. And you had companies like Data General, Digital Equipment, Wang, Prime, and many others. Then we went to PCs and microprocessors. This was the birth of a company, say, like Dell. This is the birth of a company like Microsoft. This is the birth of Intel. And then, of course, distributed computing, kind of where Cisco and EMC would have been born. So this industry has really had in waves, and each wave's had winners and losers, right? As you know, being here in Massachusetts, I'm well reminded that none, zero, of those mini-computer companies are around anymore, right? Matter of fact, EMC bought Data General. Digital is part of Hewlett-Packard. Gone, every one of them. So these waves have two forces. They transform and build on the previous wave, IT, and they're incredibly disruptive. So the exciting part that all of us gets to live through is we're now going to go through what I believe and what everybody believes pretty much going to be the biggest wave in the history of information technology. So congratulations. It's the old saying, may you live in interesting times, and you do. So while nobody's officially named this next wave, let's just call it cloud computing, which is really going to be a transformation to IT as a service. Now let's talk about that wave. But to do that, let's take a step back. And let's look at your data centers of today, our data centers of today, EMC's data center today, and our customers and partners that are here. And there's a lot of great things about the data centers of today. A lot of great things, right? They're highly trusted. They're very incredibly reliable. They're secure. You have great control over what's happening in those data centers. And they serve you very, very well, right? In those data centers, because they were built coming through these waves, right? You have multiple incompatible architectures. There's mainframes. There's iSeries. There's several flavors of Unix. You have some old NetWare. You have some old NT. You have Windows. You have Linux. Yes? How many of you here have more than one of those flavors in your data center? Please raise your hand. That's everybody, right?